Greetings at the Associated Foundation Training Center, Battleship Iowa podcast episode. Who knows what episode it is? Joined today, once again, to my left is Captain Roundup, who continues to kill weeds on every weekend basis. Any weeds last weekend?
The bane of the bougainvillea.
No, I've been taking a break. I've been building that table.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. You bought too much at Home Depot is the last thing we heard, and now you're building
We're getting
things.
something out of it, so
You're going to be outlawed soon, by the way.
Yeah, Home Depot privileges are revoked, aren't they?
Yeah, I think you've been...
No, as long as I put the findings of my journey to good work.
IKEA.
Yeah, you're going to... You're,
There are some very specifically sized spaces that we have available at home, and so it's easier to just go buy my own.
no more Home Depot.
I go to garage sales. That's what I do. I buy all my furniture at garage sales.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
So then you're hearing the voice of our guest, who I'll get to momentarily. Of course, we got the keel hauler Moran at the production table, not wearing ice skates today because it's summertime. And then we got Nuts and Bolts over there getting ready to depart on a voyage.
9 days away, thank God.
Where are you going to go?
Oregon, go play with trains.
Oh, I'm
I play on trains.
Play with trains.
Yeah,
he's
I
going
like
to
trains.
load up
Want
the
to take a
trailer.
ride on my train?
Yeah. No. I am Catholic.
It's pretty special.
Choo-choo.
You would like my train?
Choo-choo.
Charlie says,
I might
love
bring
my
you back.
good and plenty. Charlie says.
So we're joined by Bruce D.D. MacRae, who is chair of our PAB and has a role. I don't know if you want to announce your role, your normal job, if anybody needs to know it. But
Sure. I mean, what the heck? My name is Bruce D.D. MacRae. I am the Vice President of U.S. Government Affairs for UPS.
And we've been wanting to get Bruce here for a while. He just happens to be here, so we cornered him. So you'll notice we don't have David with us today because he is driving his son, number 2 son, I think, down to Coronado for his first duty
In age
station.
order, not his favorite order.
Yeah, in age order.
Okay, good.
Not his favorite order.
Yeah.
There's not supposed to be any favorites.
No favorites.
Do you
I have
favorite? You have favorites. In
I
your
have favorites in my house. I have 4 children. I have favorites.
Do you organize them on the wall accordingly?
No, I organize them when I text them. They know the first one that I text, whatever name is first, is my favorite.
Huh. It's kind of like emails.
Yeah.
Wow.
You do it in orders.
Hierarchy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not even hierarchy. I mean, it just really depends on who's called me lately. It's all,
So it's a moving-
it's all on who says, I
sliding
love
scale.
you, Dad. You know, they just call to say, I love you. Number 1. I mean, I pity the day that, only one calls me, because the other 3 will be out. Family Trust, I just change it every night, tell you the truth. It just changes every night.
Sit down on the edge of bed and change the family trust.
It's a irrevocable trust, and I change it all the time. Yeah, my lawyer slaves at my house anyway, so we just change it. Who called you today? Well, these 3 didn't. Well, let's take them out. Okay. They're done.
Just have it in a shared Google Doc, but they can only view it. They can't edit, so they just
right.
see the changes.
They see
daily.
the changes. Yeah.
I mean, it's a feedback loop. They know what's going
That's
on.
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Put the family trust in a Google Doc.
Family Trust in a Google Doc that's always working, that's always up, and they can go to it.
That makes it a really, if you've got a living trust, that makes it a real living trust.
Truly is. Yeah.
It's changing all the time.
In real
All the
time.
time.
Yeah.
It's a real-time living trust. So, so Bruce is quite a character, and we don't know what we're going to get today, but we've only been trying for a while. So, UPS, for all disclosure, UPS is one of our biggest sponsors here aboard the ship, and has been a big supporter of everything we do. And I think, Bruce, I've known you for some years at this point, and Mike's known you for a lot more years.
Yep. Knew Mike when he was in grade school. Yeah.
Yeah. Little kid.
Aw.
A long time ago.
So,
Playing with trains.
It probably was at
My
that time.
trains
tell
are
you the
bigger
truth.
now.
Yeah. Those trains are big trains. Yeah.
so what got you involved here?
You did. I thought you were an admiral. Remember, I met you, and you were,
Now he's an award winner.
almost like Admiral Kidd. It was just you were at that time. I think you were 265 pounds. You sat in a chair at the cigar shop, and you and Lieutenant Dan just smoked and blew smoke. And I went, this is kind of cool. And you wore your jacket in one day, and I said, what's that? I said, it's the BB-61. Oh, okay. Well, all right. I'm Bruce D.D. Does that help? No, it's the USS Iowa, or a battleship down in San Pedro. And I had no idea there was a battleship there. Well, you have to come down. You have to come down and check it out. So I came down and checked it out, and bingo. Once you step foot on the Iowa, it's like, I'm not going to say the ghost of the past, but it's like you're part of history. It's like you're walking into a whole nother realm. And fell in love with the place. And then we got a few of our other friends together, and we pitched in some money and made a little lounge and where we can enjoy cigars when we want on the big stick, and it's it grew from there. It just grew from there, and we became you're one of my closest friends. So it's just whatever Jonathan wants, Jonathan gets, and it's pretty simple as that because I've brought many guests on the ship, and it's I think it's time we start closing the loop, which we can because of the museum being built. We can go back to some of these truly billionaires that fell in love with a ship like I did. So it's a growth factor, and it's we're in history. I've never even been in this room, and I've never really traveled through the whole ship. It's just sitting on top and having a good cigar and talking to some of the veterans that come on board and the ones that work here, and you find a love to it. And it's you have a lot of sober people. I'm sober. I'm clean and sober, so I've been sober for 34 years now, and it was. I get to talk to some of the staff and some of the veterans that are sober, and this is like a home to them too. You've got the vets that are now here. You've got the whole scenario of a one-stop shop. If you have issues, come to the Iowa. If you need jobs, come to the Iowa. You want to volunteer, come to the Iowa. You want to give money, come to the Iowa. You want to have a great hot dog at Vicky's and a soda or something like that, come to the Iowa. It's amazing. We've had presidents on board. We just had President Biden on board. That was truly amazing.
So what was that like? Should we dig into that while we're on this?
Might as well.
Since we were there.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm still recovering.
Intense. Yeah.
I'm still recovering.
Yeah, I mean, but the hard work that this whole staff put into it, it's funny because I won't go into some of the things that some of the people had, made statements, and I says, when the president come on board, anybody that's cleared to meet the president goes to the White House. No one sits there and goes to the president and say, hey, I just came on board, and hey, I want to shake the hands of the president. It doesn't work that way. It's a week in advance to be cleared. They do background checks on you. Get cleared through the White House and then through Secret Service. Secret Service doesn't want you to meet the president. You're not meeting the president.
There you go.
And UPS was proud to bring our big rigs in because of the police chief and deputy chief made us a call. I mean, Randy Allen just came to my house. We had a cigar and he says, hey, we need some security trucks. And I just went, wow, just bring in a bunch of UPS trucks. I made one phone call to my partner UPS, and we had them here that Thursday. Secret Service was blown away. They just went, how does this happen? I said, it's all relationships.
Yeah.
It's all relationships, and UPS does our bit wherever we need, delivering vaccines to surrounding the parking lot for the president so snipers can't get them.
What was the clearance between those trucks? They looked tight.
They were right on. There was about an inch and a half
That's what
between
it looked
bumper.
like.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
So, and it's they're spotlessly clean. Everybody thought they were brand new trucks. Nope. They are. Automotive team went out there, and I take a lot of pride in this. Our union shop members clean those things so they look like brand new. And matter of fact, a few of the drivers that came were our feeder drivers, 30-year, 35-year-old, 30-year or 35 safe driving year drivers.
Wow.
That deliver those package or those big rigs, tractors and trailers here. So it was that was very special. I mean, to me it was very, very special. And Jonathan and Mike and the team here, I mean, helping you all, this meant the world. But truly getting to shake the hand of the president, and we see him on TV, and it's funny, people see people on TV, or they always do. I call it the 10-second cuts. Somebody's talking, all of a sudden, and that's all you see. That 3 seconds of blah, blah, blah. This man was right on. He was right on target when he talked here. When he shook his hand, he was right on. I mean, it was just boom, boom, boom. Knew UPS, knew what we did with vaccines, knew how we deliver. I mean, smart as a whip. And so did it change my thought pattern of him? Yeah, because all you see it is on TV. You see all the negatives, and it depends on what channel you watch. There's good ones and there's bad ones. But folks, I'm a believer in our president. I'm a believer in his strength and his strength and his courage and what he stated, in front of 35 invited guests. That was it. The rest of it was all news media. Oh, Jonathan, that was history making. Other than me not putting sunscreen on my head, that was the only depressing thing. When the sun came out, man, I mean, I can smell my skin burning.
You should have standed in the tent.
I should have been in the tent.
Yeah.
But I was afraid to go because the one Secret Service guy, I thought he was looking at me because I didn't have my sunglasses on. I thought, okay, what did I do wrong? Am I supposed to be sitting here? And he just staring at me.
Well, you can't tell what they're really looking at.
No, we have no idea because they got their glasses on. So
yeah, they look like they're staring at you, but who knows? They could be asleep underneath those glasses.
But Mike, I look at Mike and John. We got to look inside the beast.
Amazing. Yeah.
That was pretty incredible.
Incredible. Go ahead, close the door. What? Close the door.
It's a bank vault.
And it's like you can't close the door. I mean,
Yeah.
you're using strength and both
Yeah.
hands to close the door. Yeah.
Yeah, it was as heavy as some of the armored doors on this ship.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even heavier.
I never expected it to be that heavy.
Anywhere between 4,000 and 6,000 pounds, something like that, just for the door. That's just for the door.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
It had a diesel engine in
It's a
it.
truck.
It was
Oh,
like
talking about
and
the car.
tires were
It's
huge.
not a
Yeah,
car.
the
Okay,
beast, the
I
car.
missed what you were talking
Had some
about.
big
Yeah.
tires on it and had a
It's
diesel engine.
literally
and it
a
was just-
truck and car
Yeah.
clothing. That's all
It was-
it is.
I saw a photo of it.
Cadillac
And it
truck.
looked like it looked like it was a driving turret.
It was literally the
this
size of one of the
huge.
big oversized Escalades under the disguise of limousine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the neat thing is the shield. He didn't let us take it back. I said, "Hey, can I take a picture of that?" No, and I just said, "Okay, I'm not even gonna question that." It was just no. But the wood that was around the seal inside the car, which was titanium,
Yeah.
the metal parts. But the wood came from Abraham Lincoln's house.
No, Mount Vernon. It came
Mount
from
Vernon.
George Washington's
George
house.
Washington's house,
Mount
okay.
Vernon's house.
Wow.
The last one was Abraham Lincoln's house,
Was
or
it?
something like that.
Yeah.
But it was just amazing that the thought patterns that go into just something so simple as the seal, and every president has their own seal. I mean, their own markings of the seal.
They were very particular about the podium too when it showed up because the podium's gorgeous. You know, the presidential podium. It comes in a special box and it's literally don't scratch this thing. And I'm sure there's armor and stuff inside.
Oh, there
too.
was scratches on it.
Yeah, but
I
they
saw
were,
scratch.
they were
I put
pretty
one on it.
particular.
I kind of etched my name.
I
on the
put my
side
name
of it.
too.
Yeah,
on it.
Jonathan
I put my name
was
on the
here.
bottom.
Yeah, I etched
Yeah, I
my
would've done
name.
that too.
Kind of scratched it in the
I put
side,
the
kind of like
UPS
of a
shield
tree.
on it just to see if they just put UPS. Really, tell you
Like a
the truth, I
little
put
brand or
FedEx
something?
on it. I thought that would be
Put FedEx on it.
Mike Yaden was here. He's a friend of mine from FedEx, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
You know, Bruce, you talked about relationship, and that really is key. We literally left Fleet Week, which is a 65,000-ish person event.
The expo alone,
the
let
expo
alone the
alone,
number of events
right.
off the footprint.
You know, with that many people here in LA, literally in front of the ship, working hand in hand with literally our friends at both the port and the Los Angeles Port Police. And just a couple of days later, we're moving right into this amazing effort and literally first name basis with everybody. Mm-hmm. And that's the kind of cooperation you have down in LA. And it kind of surprises, I think, some people. It even surprised me because our relationships are that deep here, literally down 20, 30 people into the port PD alone.
It took a lot of work and a lot of people coming together to make it happen, but
Yeah.
I don't think it would have happened without those relationships.
It's not relations, it's friendships. You guys build friendships.
Yeah, they're friends.
So they return your call. I mean, Eric Garcetti, our mayor, on first name basis with the people on the ship. Our Senator Padilla came, "Hey, Bruce," and I was just like, people are trying to introduce me to the group, and I've known them all for decades. I took the picture with all of them, and it was just like that. Well, who doesn't know Bruce D.D? Well, that's my job, is so people get to know me and UPS. But what you've made here in the port, Fleet Week was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Fleet Week was the entire city of San Pedro. I mean, come on, they were everywhere because half the ships were down the way. People had to walk. It was the perfect Fleet Week. And I was really blown away by that. But then, the very next week or 2 weeks later, you got the president on board.
No, it was not 2 weeks. It was a week.
It was about 10
Believe
days.
me, it was a week.
10 days.
11 days, yeah, we rolled right
It
into
was
it.
like
started
bam,
2
bam.
days after
It
the
was-
departure.
I got one day. We had Tuesday
It was
off,
a
and then
free
Wednesday is when
weekend.
I got the call.
You had a free weekend.
No,
Yeah, you did.
no,
Well, you
no.
didn't have a free weekend, but he didn't come to the next
I, in
weekend.
fact, got the call sitting on the what some of our friends call the trailer park recliner in his garage.
My house, yeah.
Yeah, which is not. It's a comfortable recliner. I mean,
No,
it's
Kip calls it the
it's
trailer park.
it's a love seat. I mean, we're sitting in the love seat in the recliner, and that's when I got the call.
Bromance.
Together,
There's a
or-
romance going on.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Well, there's a coffee thing between us.
My wife, yeah, God bless her. That's what she says. I'm not worried about women in your life. That's what she says.
Well, my wife goes on. You've heard my wife when we're sitting in the car. And one day, anyways,
So
I got
back to
the
our
call
story.
while sitting in the love seat. I got the call for this and
And you
answered
called
the
me.
speaker. And then I called you and said, "Hey, FYI, keep it quiet." But that happened Wednesday night.
Yeah, I took off. The last aircraft took off at 2:00. I was on the road at 3 for San Diego. Had my meeting at 1800 that night. For Mega Rust. What a great name that is. And he called me the next morning
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, guess what?" So I came back on Friday morning and Had my first meeting at 7:45 with the Secret Service, and my last meeting at 7:30.
Well, and they come in one after another after
and
another.
my last
another.
phone call was at 11 p.m.
And they just show up. It's like they
Yeah.
crawl out of the weeds.
Well, remember, they're all special. They're all not specials, but it's like special assignments. They all work in L.A.
Yeah, there's all kind of.
Some of them work with police departments. Some work with the Navy. I mean, it's just all whatever. When POTUS comes in, they bring them all together.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know.
tons of different groups. You know, and you can't even talk about all of them. But
We're all special.
that's true.
But yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's
We're
my mom.
unique snowflakes.
My mom called me special all the time too.
You are special. We know that.
She loved me the most.
You still are special.
Because you called her last.
Well, not so that. Yeah, I did. I called her last, and you know the thing is I have a twin brother, and when I was born, I was first out. So my parents enjoyed the love and admiration of me for almost 6 minutes before Barry was out. So
Wow.
Barry can never get that love back.
Well, and you've known them longer now.
Yes.
So.
And my parents love me more. Yeah.
That's where you got the whole idea with the spreadsheet.
Right,
And everything.
right.
So
My mom didn't know she was having twins. They thought it was the afterbirth, and the afterbirth was moving.
Surprise.
Yeah.
And surprise, it
Turned out to be Barry. Yeah.
turns out Barry.
Yeah.
After
6
Barry.
minutes later.
I know Barry too.
I know.
And I've known your wife's family since probably 78.
Right.
You know, almost everybody in her family.
It's kind of scary.
You know, it is pretty.
It really is a small world.
You haven't left Long Beach your whole life.
No. Mm-mm.
You're Mr. Long Beach.
Mr. Long Beach. I love Long Beach. It's tattooed on my leg. Well, so is UPS. Maybe I should get the BB61 tattoo.
You haven't tattooed. We need to go do tattoos.
Yeah.
I need to get something
You in?
tattooed. You in?
Captain-
Who's in for
What do they call you?
tattoos?
Captain Kirk? What is it?
Captain
Sure.
Roundup.
Captain Roundup.
Because he likes to spray Roundup on everything.
It's not really
It-
good for you. You know that Roundup. is
No,
not
I'm
really
I am
good.
fully aware. It came across a couple weeks ago, and it's unfortunately stuck like a bad call sign. And
Yeah, it's been a month.
I mean, it's bad
Yeah.
stuff. It hurts. It hurts nature. It hurts everything. You should just get
tell
out there
that to the bougainvillea that are still in my
Bougainvillea is
backyard.
Now
resistant.
thriving.
It's resistant.
Why are you putting Roundup on a bougainvillea? You should just pull it. The bougainvillea.
Because it's a long story.
Explain it. Come on, Kyle. You're under
I
pressure
mean,
now.
this is a podcast. I'm really interested to know why you can't just clip it or dig it out. You have to use a poison that destroys basically nature and everything around it.
Oh my gosh.
And,
This is why I'm trying to ditch this call sign. Is
You
because
earned it. You earned it.
one story and it,
You earned it. You got to be
Honey,
careful.
there's 2 snails out there. Get the Roundup. I got it there. Yeah. Look at that fly. Get the Roundup. I got it there. Yeah.
there was a uncontrollable forest growing in the house I'm living in now, and these bougainvillea have been there for at least 3 decades. The roots go deep into the hillside. The pickaxe that I've swung and thrown my back out swinging multiple times has not done the trick.
You ever
Which
thought
it
of
actually
going to
may
the gym?
have.
I mean, you ever thought of going to the gym, maybe working out a little bit? I mean, a pickaxe, please. I threw my back out.
Honey, I threw my back out. Get the Roundup.
Yeah. Wow.
You know,
I mean,
you have to
you
use
look a
all-
lot stronger than you perceive yourself. So
You're
This
not.
This podcast just
You know,
took
the
an
problem
interesting
is
turn here.
the problem is see, I'm innovative at home. We can get away with this kind of stuff. I just back my Duramax diesel up, pull the chain up, wrap it around something, and floor it, and it pulls everything out.
hard to do with your Vespa, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, the smart car is stuck in the backyard still. I tried with that first. So
The smart
anyway.
car dug into the mud, and
Yeah.
because the sprinkler was broken, and then it dug into the mud, and now the smart car won't come out.
serious.
And he's got to run an electrical cord out to charge it. He's looking at buying a generator, but
Wow.
Or Princess Vespa? Could he be Prince Vespa?
Oh my god.
Prince Vespa?
would you rather have Prince Vespa than,
He's got
than Captain
muffins on his
Roundup?
head.
I am Italian, but I don't know if I want that.
Prince
yeah.
Vespa? Prince Vespa.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
good for you. I'm going to look at you right now and say, hey, good for you. Good for you. And if that's what you want to do, good for you. God's watching.
Poor Kyle.
Hey, I was just invited here. I just have guest
No, I
hosts,
know.
so
I-
I was just invited here. I probably
You didn't
won't-
expect any different, did you?
No, I didn't expect to dive back into the
Captain
nickname
Roundup.
here. Yeah,
Talking about Roundup, it's kind of funny. Last weekend, I live up in the country, of course, as people know, on the weekends when I go home. So I rolled out the awning to my trailer, and a bunch of wasps flew out, and I'm like, oh, they nested again. So I went to screw the plastic thing off, and I screwed it off, and they came out and stung my fingers really quick, which is like, oh, these damn things.
Oh, the bee, like the bee.
No, wasps.
I know, but
Yeah.
with like the nut, the
Yeah.
white Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah,
buzz.
and
Okay.
so they weren't murder hornets or anything. And so I went to grab the spray, and I sprayed them to kill them and knock the nest out. And I'm like, I wonder if they have any kind of preventer or anything on it. So I go over to the local hardware store, small little hardware store, and buy the wasp spray, buy another can of wasp spray. And I bring it up there, and the lady goes, ooh, the real wasp spray. And I'm like, yeah? My husband won't let me use this at home. And I'm like, okay.
Kills everything.
Well, her husband comes out from back. She goes, he's cheap. He uses other things. We never get the real wasp spray. And I'm thinking, this is $4.99. Like, what else can you be
You've
using?
made it.
And so her husband comes out, who I know, and she goes, honey, what do we use to kill wasps at home? And he goes, well, I just use whatever I can get. Carb cleaner, oil, it doesn't matter. Whatever's on the counter, I'll grab it, and I'll spray the wasps with it. And I'm thinking, okay. So,
WD-40 with a lighter works just fine.
Yeah.
oh, that will too.
That works
Lysol.
just fine. Lysol
When I was a
works
kid, the Lysol with the
Lysol was everything, though. That's what
Lysol with the lighter, you could run around the house with that Lysol torch, torture your
Yeah.
siblings.
Yeah,
Yeah. Somehow didn't catch the house on fire.
yeah. We used gunpowder. I did a lot of gunpowder stuff when I was younger.
Did you?
I feel like
Potato
this
guns.
explains so much.
Did you blow up mailboxes?
No. We just like would lay tracks, because you'd watch all the, you're too young, but the Western movies, laid a track with the gunpowder. So we would sit there and get gunpowder and lay a track. Well, we didn't realize that it caused a burn stain in the cement.
Yeah.
Dad was pleased with us that one time. I blame Barry. We didn't blame me.
6 minutes.
That's how in college we learned about thermal expansion, is setting
Sure.
a bonfire straight on the concrete and
So then we had to do different things. Then it was just, what was it? Vinegar and baking soda or something.
Oh, yeah, that was like the lava
easy.
flow.
That was like, you put that in a cap and throw it in the air. Poof.
You didn't make
so that was
potato
kind of
guns?
fun. We didn't do potato guns.
oh, did
no.
that too.
Oh.
No, we had to
Potato
eat. We were
guns.
4. We had to eat the potatoes. So
Oh.
we didn't have that kind
Irish.
of money. So,
Irish Catholic.
yeah, that's what happens.
All right, so I think we had a good adventure for about 25 minutes. Is that where we're at?
About 22 minutes.
22 minutes.
Oh, we had another half hour. I thought we'd take this
Yeah.
blog and go to. How about the helicopters that flew in? Though you got to see the helicopters. That was pretty special.
2 weeks in a
Which
row.
ones?
actually.
Yeah.
The ones that you were here for, or the other ones, the second ones?
The second one's Marine One. When
Oh,
both
those were
of-
pretty cool. When
those
they
are just- when
came
they-
5 in.
So
Yeah.
that was pretty hilarious because I had a friend driving on the 405 when they flew over me, and he texted me. He's like, "Oh, there's 3 Ospreys up," and I was like, that's interesting. I know where they're going, and I can't tell you."
It was cool to watch them come down the channel,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
one after another. That was a fun watch.
telling our UPSers who were cleaning the trucks and stuff, kid, this is what it's for. But you can't release anything, and they dropped them off. This is you can't tell anybody what they're for yet. After Friday, you can tell everyone. Everybody went crazy with all their pictures and things of that nature. It's really weird how you could have, we all could have, but on the sanctity of POTUS, on the sanctity of security, we didn't, and anybody could have. I mean, Marine One flew in without any. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
knew he was coming.
Yeah.
But no one tweeted about it until after POTUS left. And I thought, and no one was told not to. It wasn't, but it was just that security mind or that thought.
It was an
like,
unwritten rule. It's
Unwritten
like we
rule.
all respected an unwritten rule,
Yeah.
regardless of what political fence or political
really
side
matter.
somebody's on. I mean,
Right.
he's the seated president.
Right.
It's respect for the office,
Yeah.
regardless of the person, whether you like him or not. It's respect for the office.
Yeah.
And
Pretty cool, though. When I was shaking his hand and he gave us the coin, I mean, I got a presidential coin. I mean, how many, I don't know how many people get the presidential
have you gotten
coin.
one of those before?
No. But I've shook the hands with every president since, well, he wasn't president. Richard Nixon wasn't president when I met him. But I've shook the hands of many presidents. I mean, Ronald Reagan, the Bushes, President Clinton a few times, President Obama. And this is the first president that's ever given me a coin.
So for full transparency, I asked them for 7 in advance to give the whole team.
Oh, really?
That was here. I did ask for 7 of them. And I asked for 7, multiple days I asked for 7 challenge coins. I'm like, look, all I want from you guys is 7 challenge coins. Of course, we didn't get those. But most of the team was really friendly.
Yeah.
Some of the team got certificates. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't. Yeah.
Some of the team got certificates from White House
They
Communications.
got White House M&Ms.
Did you not get White House M&Ms?
I got a box.
Okay, yeah, got White House Joe Biden M&Ms.
I didn't get any.
You didn't get any M&Ms? They didn't leave
had
you
left.
M&Ms?
You
You
had
left.
like bags of no.
Yeah, but you probably got
no, you
special
had
stuff
White
that
House
we
comm
didn't get.
staff.
I was just
No, we didn't
receiving
get.
the
I
phone
didn't get
press.
White
That's
House
all I was
comm
doing.
staff, even though my
Did you have to get
office
the
was
coin?
used.
Did you have to get the pin back?
No.
Oh, you still have it.
Yeah.
No, you
that's pretty
don't.
special.
Really?
They were taking the pin back from most people.
Yeah, they took it back. And as a matter of fact, they were looking for you. They got on the PA system.
Somebody was trying to not
I'm
give
going to
back
call
the
BS on
presidential.
that one, Bruce, because I actually saw Jess when she left, and she just looked at me with my pin on and said, "Thanks, Mike," and shook my hand.
Did she?
good.
Oh, she didn't say anything to me.
Yeah.
Somebody was trying to hang on to the presidential flag.
I don't
Just
know who
saying.
that was.
Serious.
I don't
I
might
don't know
have
who that would have been.
placed it in a special location that was both accessible
We were
and
just
invisible.
We were just securing it to make sure it didn't end up where it didn't
Next
belong.
time he comes
Keeping
on
it
board,
alive.
though, we will sit there and have 12 or 14 U.S. flags, and we'll have somebody at the bow of ship just up and down.
You know,
up and
you know.
down,
This
up
is a
and down,
reminder.
up and down.
Next time this kind of thing happens,
We're going to get our own flag.
let's get our own flag, and we'll raise our own flag and say we raised theirs, but we didn't. We raised ours.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, stick it to him.
I'm not. I won't agree with that because the president needs his flag. I had to say that because I'm Bruce D.D. But you do what you want.
I just entered the room.
I'll support you.
I was not part of that.
He's an award winner. He can do that.
I'm an
He
award
is.
winner.
You
I can
are.
do that.
I know we've talked to a while. I apologize. I ramble, but tell us about your award.
I've already gone down it too many
Oh,
times.
you already have. Okay, because he wears the pin on him now. He's getting it tattooed on his arm. I think that's pretty cool.
Actually, I was going to get it on the back of the car.
You should.
I was actually going to paint the car like a giant ribbon. It kind of looks like a state fair ribbon.
I thought it was going to be a woman's leg with a blamp head.
Why
on
don't you
top.
put the little
Oh, I think somebody said they were going to get me one of those.
put the
That may or
flag
may not
holder
happen.
put the flag holder in the front of your car on the bumpers, and have that
Okay,
as
you need
one
the
of
two,
the flags.
Oh,
two flags on
yeah,
the front.
flags
Oh,
up to the
there you
front.
go. Yeah, how many stars or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm getting a new vehicle probably in a month or two. I'm thinking with this new vehicle, I should get one of those big American flags right in the bed of the vehicle as I drive around.
Whatever you want. You're Jonathan.
I like the two standards.
You
on
think the
front
two
fenders.
standards on the
like
front?
Patton driving in, just that'd be kind of cool.
I'll do it if you do it.
Oh yeah, you give me.
Can you get a little
award.
UPS flag? Get you a UPS flag
I
on
have
one
them.
side and an American flag on the other, and you can drive your truck with
I
that.
have them. If
Well,
you look
what's
at
your
my
symbol?
truck, it's already there.
Do you have stars on your symbol? What's your award? look
You
like?
need the flying ones with little posts, though.
I don't know. Maybe I'll look at that.
I'll do it if you do it.
All right.
Just a picture of yourself would be good, right? On the flag.
I'm surprised your staff hasn't gotten it, especially Roundup Man here, that he hasn't gotten your picture.
It's our
Tattooed
executive
on his arm.
assistant. She's
It's on my back.
it's on her.
Captain Roundup.
Yeah. There wasn't enough space in my arm for his head, so I had to put it on my back.
Wow. Again, well, that's why you can't use a pickaxe, I guess. Huh?
Have you seen his cape?
I'm not allowed to look at that. But hey, good for you. I'm proud of you. I mean, hey, I support you in whatever you want to be. Good for you.
Thank you, Bruce.
You're welcome. All right.
He identifies
as a.
He identifies as a weed killer.
Hey, I'm getting my hands dirty. I'm tackling these projects myself. One story gone wrong ends up in a nickname, but
One trip to Home Depot.
I'm
you're already
making
cut
That's what
off.
happened.
You know, let's,
getting a lot
let's
done at
remember.
home.
Actually, let's look over the next couple weeks. Our next podcast interviewee needs to be what is it about call signs, so we can dig down to the bottom of Captain Roundup.
Okay.
Mine's Stogie when I flew with the Blue Angels, when I flew with the American Patriots. They made my call sign.
See, that's a sign. That's a call sign of respect. But in reality, call signs are given that have like Stogie would be like something usually entirely inappropriate when it came
Oh,
to
that's
call
just
signs.
like Mouse. Remember, we met
Yeah.
Admiral Mouse.
Yeah, it's like mouse.
That's what he said. He says it was Mouse, and there's a whole other word that goes with it, but we weren't allowed to say it. But he allowed me to call him Mouse, and I felt pretty doggone privileged that I'm calling an Admiral Mouse. And then I'm thinking, I'm really not that level. I'm just going to be quiet now. Remember, you had me do the prayer, and I shouted out to Mouse, I know, Mouse, you're going to pray with me. And everybody was like, ooh, how does he know Mouse?
That's right. You did say that in front of the
I
whole
did.
room.
Fill the whole room.
Well, Tyler's call sign is Monique.
Was it
The
Monique?
Osprey
Yeah.
pilot
Yeah.
who was here, his call sign was Monique.
Did he tell you why it was Monique?
Yeah.
did.
We're not allowed to say it in public,
Okay.
which is why it's a call sign. But anyway, yeah, it's a good story.
It involved.
Did it really?
I'll stop there.
Involved.
Not his
You're
right.
talking in public. Stop.
No, I'm not saying
Well,
anything
we
else.
saw the guy on the ship Bromance. We saw Bromance.
Yeah.
We got to find somebody that can go down call signs. That's our next strategy. Let's find a podcast to go through what call signs.
Let's just all come up with a new call sign, but we have to pick each other's call signs.
You have to pick the other one. You only
Yes.
earn it. That's why he got Captain
That's
Roundup. He earned
Captain
it.
Roundup, that's forever.
That
and
is
then
forever.
last week somehow it evolved into Dr. Roundup and Doc, and now it's kind of come back to Captain Roundup, and I'm
I'm
confused.
kind of into Prince Vespa. Yeah, that kind of works for me too.
It didn't
Dark
quite
Helmet.
stick.
Whatever you all want.
Okay.
You
You're
know,
the
out
ice
of
queen.
everything you stated, it's probably the smartest thing you just said.
Yeah.
Whatever you all want.
See, the problem is, and this is happening in real call signs, the more you don't like it, the more it sticks.
Yeah. Like half bottle.
Like half
Yeah,
bottle.
Half bottle.
Half bottle.
The heck
Now we
that's
got
all about, yeah.
Captain Roundup.
Captain Roundup.
So we'll find stuff will stick.
Good
So
for
it
you.
can change. Call signs can change.
Yeah.
Mine's Mikey G.
Yeah, Mikey G.
Well, I'm gonna have to call this quits because I have to.
Go back to your event.
I have to do something. No. So it's gonna make a noise in here pretty soon. So, and I don't want you all to run. So let's just put it that way.
All right. Well, till the next episode, we're going to go ahead and take a relief from this episode.
There you go.
And if you have
Relieve the
comments,
pressure.
We're going to relieve the pressure and open
Comments.
the relief valve.
comments, questions, suggestions, whatever else you want, podcast at labattleship.com.
La Battleship.
The
Battleship.com.
And to all the veterans out there, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Amen.
for all you do and the men and women that protect us every day, 24/7. We appreciate you. We love you. God bless you all. And we'll see you on the next podcast.
Yeah,
Yes,
thanks for being
definitely.
here.
Bruce Double
Thank you.
out.
Cool beans.
Out.